It seems as though executing Edgar, Tamayo, Arias was not necessarily in keeping with conventions. I believe this guy is mentally impaired and should have been probably deported to Mexico. Um, when you look at what he has done, basically, you can't conclude otherwise than he's dumb. Now here he's in Mexico, things hard, no money, no nothing. He decides to come into the United States illegally. Now, he doesn't want to work on the farm. He doesn't want to do yards. He doesn't want to hire in America. He just wants to come and think that probably could end up somehow surviving. So he had what he probably had been doing in Mexico. He decided to start a crack. And he seemed to have done some major things because he was paroled. And he went up to Texas. Now, he just robbed this guy of his wristwatch and gold chain, among the things he might have taken. He might have taken cash and so on. And I don't know if he had to use a gun, because this victim wasn't armed, so he probably shouldn't have gone with a gun. So there he goes. All these things just show he's really brain dead. Then after he robs the guy and he's handcuffed and put in the car, he finds the gun that he had concealed, and he shoots the cop. The car went out of control, crashed, he escaped, and they found him just around the corner. I mean, this guy has shown that his whole life that he's brain dead, and that executing this brain dead guy might have been the only answer to save his problem, because he would have continued more stupid brain dead stuff. Although these kind of brain dead activities are just normal, it's not the type that will qualify for exemption from execution. I mean, he knew very well what he was doing. He concealed a weapon, takes it out. I'm sure he was handcuffed behind his back. You know, somehow he got his hand behind his back and was able to shoot. I don't know how he did it, or whether he took his hand over his head, or however he did it, but I doubt that his cop handcuffed him in front, his hand in front. You normally handcuff with your hand behind your back. And so, basically, you know, this has been so dumb and funny. Now, the Mexican government basically thinks that he shouldn't be executed. Wow, that's another story. But I think that he definitely, and then of course it's the established fact that criminals are mentally ill. But it don't seem as though that kind of mental illness is going to qualify for sort of a, you know, clemency. Now, this kind of mental illness he has, he could still make a decision. No, I don't have to go and play a criminal. I could go and maybe do yards, maybe take somebody's birth certificate, get some documents so you could go drive something somewhere. I mean, those are crimes, but I mean, the stuff he did were beyond the pale. Identity theft is a bad crime, but you know, I mean, when you look at it, you kill a cop, you rack up a whole bunch of criminal stuff in California. Basically, you know, I mean, all this circumstance, what else could he have done? And you look at the lesser evils. But I think it's definitely being just a brain dead guy doing brain dead stuff. I mean, what was his MO? You're gonna rob this guy. What's your plan? There you go, brain dead again. You shoot the cop. What's your plan? To find him around the corner. Now, if he had done something smart, get it, you know, take somebody else's car, but then he's handcuffed. How he's gonna get out of that? And I don't know what happened to his co, you know, handcuffed. You know, Port not necessarily were involved in the same crime, but he was basically in the car with him. So maybe this guy could call the authorities and say, "Officer down" or whatever. I don't know how it went, but they found him just around the corner, and you know, today they executed him. So Mexico is upset. But Mexico needs to teach its citizens that when you come to the States, even though you don't have no paperwork, there are things you could do. You know, go by a mission, eat free, you know, sleep somewhere, and maintain until something could happen. But he decided to use the crime route and the murder route, and then bam, it's over.